2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses against Brentford. Some people like to practice beekeeping. Today, we practice bee squishing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today. My name is the Crimson Wolf, and welcome back to the Chelsea Countdown. It has been a long time, ladies and gentlemen, a long time since we have done one of these videos, and yeah, I've kind of missed it, to be honest. I was, for a time, considering retiring the Chelsea Countdown, largely because it just felt like week to week I was saying the same things over and over again, but I decided to break it back out for the end of the season, and I'll make a decision closer towards the end of it on whether it will continue past the season or whether I will retire it. But it is here for the foreseeable future as the next couple months. So enjoy it while it lasts, if nothing else. Basically, if you are new to the channel around here, basically for the Chelsea Countdown, I go through basically lineups, predictions, expectations for the game, and come to a conclusion of what I expect from this game, score lines and everything. So yeah, obviously we are playing Brentford. They've been a solid side in the Prem this season, specifically more at home than away from home. Obviously for quite a large part of the season they had the best home record in the league and the worst away record in the league. And unfortunately this is at the G-Tech. We obviously already beat them at Stamford Bridge, which I was there for. The match vlog is up on my channel, do go and watch. But we obviously go to this on the back of winning another London derby against Tottenham. So this time we are just going down the road to the G-Tech. Obviously it's still in West London, so it's relatively still home turf at that point as well. So yeah, we're hoping to pick up another win here. So without further ado, I am going to get into the lineup for this game, and we begin in goal, and with literally zero surprise to anybody whatsoever, it is the only choice really there is in goal at the minute, and that is of course Robert Sanchez. Now look, I've made my opinions on Sanchez very clear for the longest time now, which is that he is not anywhere close to being a sustainable number one. And obviously Philip Jorgensen was given a run in the Premier League, and while I don't think he made horrific mistakes, I can't say he impressed me to a great enough degree to suggest that he's going to be any different to being sustainable number one. So we are stuck with Sanchez, and to be fair to him, against Spurs, while albeit he had nothing to do, there was no horrific mistakes in there. So if we can avoid that in this game, then that's really all I can ask for from Sanchez. As long as we don't get any stupid mistakes playing out from the back or any horrific goals conceded that shouldn't be getting conceded, then I can call this an okay game from Sanchez. That's the minimum requirement for this. Best requirement, he has an absolute worldie, but who knows when that's going to happen with Sanchez. It literally could happen any now and then. Literally, he's been on and off all season. The start of the season, I thought he actually played really well. He had a really weird wobble around October, November time. December, he had a little bit of a spike in productivity and got slightly better. But since the new year, it's just been complete and utter garbage. He's just not impressed in the slightest, really. And obviously, there have been the outcoming rumours with the return of Georgie Petrovic as well as the incoming Mike Penders that they will be given the opportunity to fight for the number one shirt in the summer. And if that is 100% true, all that tells me is that next season, Georgie Petrovic is our number one. He has been absolutely superb for Strasbourg, and honestly, he absolutely deserves it. He shouldn't have been sent on loan. However, as it turns out, that might have been the best thing we could have done for him, because he'll come back an even better goalkeeper. But right now, we're stuck with Sanchez, and all I can really ask for at this point is just no horrific mistakes. If we can get through this game and we win, and Sanchez doesn't have any horrific mistakes in him, possibly pulls off a few good saves, maybe some good distribution in there, I can call it a win. That's all I'm really asking for here. I don't think I'm asking for too much around here. What do you really want from me out of this other than to say, Sanchez, play well? But he will obviously need help from his defence in that, so we move into the back four, and it is a back four that is going to consist of Reece James at right back, Trevor Chalobah and Levi Colwill as centre back, with Marc Cucurella at left back. Now, obviously, Reece James did not start the midweek game against Spurs. He came off the bench, sometime around, I want to say, the 60th minute. It does stand to reason that he will start this game. I'm not sure where he's exactly going to start this game. It might be right back, it might be centre back. But obviously, Maresca has come out saying he is trying to preserve Reece's fitness right now, so he is being very careful in where he uses him, where he starts him, where he plays him, of course, which is why I believe we've started to see him more in a midfield role to make sure he is getting on the pitch more, so we actually get more out of Reece James, because this is obviously now 3 solid months of Reece James being fit, which is the best we've had for him in quite a while, to be honest, consistency-wise at least. So hopefully we do get a fit Reece James until the end of the season and beyond, and hopefully we do get to see him put a shift in at right back, because he is just one of the best right backs in the world. It's undeniable. Yeah, hopefully we get a little bit more out of Reece James. Trevor Chalobah, I think, had a very good game versus Spurs, and I was deciding over whether it was him or Tosin I would play in this game. Obviously, Tosin did play the reverse fixture at Stamford Bridge when we played Brentford. Obviously, Trev wasn't even here at the time. He was still on loan at Crystal Palace at the time. And obviously, with the news that Wesley Fofana is out for the rest of the season, which, can I just touch on? Look, I love Wesley Fofana. I absolutely love the guy. He's a phenomenal player, and he is an absolute brilliant personality. I love the way he conducts himself on the pitch. He's got that arrogance about him, but while still having a level of composure and having that leadership quality, I think. But my God, the injuries have undone him. Seriously, like, there's a reason that when I did that video where I said there are places we need to improve in the team, he was one of them I highlighted, because his injury record is so bad. Look, if he could get over his injury record, 100%, he'd be our starting centre-back alongside Levi Colwill for the next 10-15 years. With that injury record, I can't see it happening. But Trevor Chalobah has done an alright job since he's come back. It's not been the grandiose performances that I think we all would have expected from Chalobah, but it's not been horrific, so I think he does start with Colwill. I also think out of all our centre-backs, the available ones at least, I think those two are our best partnership, our most balanced partnership. I don't particularly believe Tosin and Colwill work that brilliantly together, because I think there's a bit of a clash of styles in how they perform, how they defend. So personally, I wouldn't play Tosin. I think Chalobah is a better fit. As for Colwill, he's had a rough couple of months along with the rest of the team, but I think the Spurs game, we got a clean sheet, so that'll help him. And obviously, he is one of the leaders in the team, so we will need him in this game to be one of those ones out the back, making sure that we stay organised, that we don't end up conceding any stupid goals. Hopefully you'll be able to do that. And obviously Cucurella obviously did score in this reverse fixture at Stamford Bridge, a brilliant header from a cross into the box by Noni Madueke, so he'll be looking to get on the score sheet again. And may I just say, Cucurella this season has just been unbelievable, both attacking and defensively, like absolutely unbelievable. Only Josko Gvardiol has more goals out of the defenders in the Premier League than Marc Cucurella. Like, for my money, I've said it all season, he has been the best left-back in the Premier League this season. Like, how more people aren't talking about how good he has been this season, I will never know. He has been absolutely superb this season. Like, he needs a bit of respect put on his name. Seriously, because it's becoming a bit of a beyond a joke how good he has been this season. The consistent levels, both attacking and defensively, have just been so good from Cucurella. He's arguably been our most consistent player between him and Caicedo. I don't know if I pick between them, but it's definitely one of them at least. I think Cucurella possibly has an argument for the consistency level, because I think he has been just this good all damn season. So hopefully we get more from him out of the rest of the season. And yeah, can't be much happy with Cucurella this season. So we move into the midfield pivot alongside the number 10, and who else is it going to be, really? You all know who it's going to be here. It is, of course, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and Cole Palmer. Obviously, the man of the match, the goal scorer, and the goal provider from our game versus Tottenham. I don't think you have a more perfect partnership than those two right now. And as for Cole Palmer, I think last time was a return to form for Cole Palmer. He looked more composed, he looked more calm, he looked more confident in that game. I think that's been missing for the past couple of months, where Palmer's looked like a bit lost in the team, like he hasn't been able to hit the heights that we need him to do, like we expect him to do. So I think he's felt the pressure, and now he looks more like the Cole Palmer that we know and love, or at the very least he did in the Spurs game. So we will be needing more of that against Palmer. He's never scored against Brentford, actually, now that I think about it. He has provided an assist, I believe it's for Axel Disasi's leveller last season at the G-Tech. So hopefully he will be able to get on the score sheet in this game, add another Premier League team to his rap sheet of teams that he can score against. Hopefully he will be able to get on the score sheet for this game. I think Palmer coming back into form at the end of the season is going to be massive for us. Obviously, we are in a big push for Champions League football right now, and it is 100% a must for this end of the season. And to do that, we are going to need all of our players in top form, no more than our top player, our main man. We are going to need Cole Palmer for the rest of the season to be at his best if we want to get Champions League football. Because let's be honest, he is our best player. That's just a fact of life at the minute. He is our best player. He's one of the best players in the world, in the Premier League, whatever you want to say. He is just one of the best. And when he is at his best, Chelsea are at their best. So when we get the most out of Cole Palmer, that's when we see the best Chelsea. So when Cole Palmer starts to perform like he has been, like at the start of the season or all of last season, and when we get that kind of Cole Palmer, that's when we do well. We get that Cole Palmer, we can make Champions League football. I have no doubts about it. So as we move into the front three of this team, and I wasn't particularly too sure what combination to use for this, but in the end, I ended up settling on a front three of Nicholas Jackson as the striker and a wing pairing of Noni Madueke on the right and Pedro Neto on the left. Now, Nicholas Jackson, while I don't think he had the biggest impact versus Spurs, I think you could tell his return to the team was a massive boost, if nothing else, just in confidence and morale because of how important Jackson is to the way we play. So I think that was a massive benefit. Obviously, Noni Madueke didn't get that much of game time versus Spurs. He obviously started on the bench and came on so at some point late in the second half, and I thought he did okay when he came on, and I think we will be looking to start him in this game and try and get him on the score sheet, try and get him on the end of some crosses and stuff like that. So we will be needing Madueke for that. And the left wing with Neto, largely I think that's just because he probably should be starting over Jadon Sancho right now. Jadon Sancho I don't think is particularly playing the best right now, so for me, I would be playing Pedro Neto over him. I know we're in a push for Champions League football, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I'd give Tyreek George a crack at the shot. Tyreek George has really impressed me this season. He obviously came out of the academy. He's a graduate of the academy. He was obviously given his own locker at Coleman alongside Joshua Chempong by Enzo Maresca, and I think it would be an idea that would be worth exploring. Every time George has stepped foot on the pitch this season, he has impressed me. Now, he hasn't managed any goals so far, but you can see he is more than capable. He's been making shots. He's been getting in these positions where he is capable of scoring a goal. And considering what Maresca said about Jadon Sancho, that's something that Tyreek George could be really well suited for. He's obviously managed 4 assists for the season. I believe only one of which was in the Premier League, which was Marc Cucurella's goal versus Southampton. But I think George has shown more than enough to warrant a start. I don't think it particularly will happen due to his inexperience. I think it is more likely, I should say, that we see Pedro Neto start this game. I don't think that's necessarily the worst thing. I think Pedro Neto has been getting a bit of unnecessary stick recently. I don't think he's been awful. Him playing as a striker was never really something that was going to work long term. It was a patch over the cracks without Nicholas Jackson because Nkunku is not a striker and has been largely abject pretty much most of the season outside of the group stage games of the Conference League. So I think having Neto in there is probably the better decision. And you never know. Neto could come up and get a winner for all we know. So hopefully he does. But Neto, I think sometimes he can be better on the left. Sometimes he can be better on the right. I think it does very much depend on the opponent we are playing. And I think he is honestly better with Nicholas Jackson as well. So I think having a informed Nicholas Jackson alongside Pedro Neto will help us massively. So yeah. Hopefully, we can get something out of this attack because Brentford are a notoriously tough team. They are a very solid team, and we need to be at our best to beat them. Now, as for a score prediction, this could genuinely go either way. We could lose, we could win, we could draw. This is probably one of the most unpredictable games that we've had in a while. As the Chelsea fan on this side of the debate, I'm obviously going to say we're going to win, and I'm going to say we're going to win by 2-1. I'm going to say Jackson scores, finally ending his goal drought. His last goal was against Brentford, so hopefully he manages another one of those. And I'm going to say Enzo Fernandez gets on the score sheet once again, following up on his goal versus Tottenham. And as for the Brentford player, I'm going to say Bryan Mbeumo. I think that's probably the easiest choice in this. I think he has a pretty good track record of scoring against Chelsea, so I feel like he'll do it again. So that about wraps it up for the Chelsea countdown this for this game versus Brentford. Thank you all very much for watching this. I really appreciate it. Please leave your thoughts on the lineup in the comments down below. I would really like to see them. And there will also be another live stream for the Brentford game. So we're going back-to-back games for this live stream kick. I'll also make it so I do 3 live streams in a row, because I will be live streaming the game versus Warsaw midweek for the Conference League. So I hope you're looking forward to it. So I will sign off here by saying my name is the Crimson Wolf. I am the reddest Chelsea fan on the internet, and you have all, as per usual, been amazing, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with it.